Welcome back. Many of us are settling into a new norm due to this pandemic, but it's even more of a challenge for kids. In today's Healthy Habits with Dr. J, Dr. Lana Joseph Ford speaks with a local author whose line of children's books can help parents establish a routine for their kids.
Hey guys, it's Dr. J with Healthy Habits. Today we're going to talk about how you can help your child to establish a normal routine during a pandemic with our special guest, Miss Tia Clark, CEO of NOLA Publishing, LLC. Welcome, Tia.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So good to have you. So, Tia, just let's tell us a little bit about what you've seen as far as working with kids or even your own kids, just dealing with a pandemic. This is a really weird time, right?
Yes, absolutely. It is a very weird time, not only just for us as adults, but also our kids. What I have seen in my home, I have a 4-year-old daughter as well as a 1-year-old son, and they're just as confused as we are some days. They tend to do things out of the norm, but I have to remember that their schedule, their normal schedules, have been interrupted, and we try to keep them to a schedule as best we can and try to keep them to a normalcy that they had prior to the pandemic beginning. But we have tantrums. Sometimes my daughter has tantrums. Sometimes she falls out. Sometimes she doesn't want to do certain things that we ask. And I just have to be mindful that it is part of the process and the way that she's internalizing her emotions of not being able to do the normal things that she's used to doing.
And I can imagine that there are several parents right now who are also dealing with the same thing. And just myself having seen a lot of kids at the clinic, I've seen how they react. I know you and I have spoken in the past about like the Hurricane Katrina kids, right?
Yes.
So, what do you think that we're going to see with these kids when they do, I guess when they do go back to school and when things do start going again?
So I think that it will be an adjustment. A lot of kids, they've gotten off task, they've gotten off schedule. I think that a lot of kids are craving that normalcy and what they're used to. So I think it will be good for them once they do go back to school. However, there will be some resistance. They've been home for months now, and when school starts, because now we're in summer, there will be some adjustments to getting back to a normal routine of waking up early, following directions from teachers, from school officials, and ensuring that they are energized to do their work because they're used to having a more relaxed time schedule and doing things a bit differently. As parents, we're not teachers. I know a lot of us struggled in that aspect, but there will be some resistance. There will be just some time to get back to getting into that normal routine. But I think after a while, it will be great. But it's good to have that normalcy or try to keep as close to it as we can now so that it's not too big of an adjustment.
And right behind you, you have several very cute books with Riley's face on them. I know all about Riley's routine. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about the books that you've written just in the past for kids to help them to cope with different issues such as COVID-19 or pandemics?
Yes. So the Riley's Routines series, it's a series, a book series. The one you see behind me is Nighttime, which is the first book of the series. And the book itself, or the series itself, was created to help parents as well as children understand establishing predictable routines and how they help to build children's self-esteem. This book in particular, Nighttime, which is the first release of the series, goes through Riley's nighttime routine when she comes home from school and how her parents are trying to keep her on a routine, but she's resistant to that because she just wants to play. She's a child. That's what kids want to do. They want to play and do things that they like to do. It shows you how kids can be resistant. It shows parents how we all have the same struggles. We go through this where kids don't want to do everything that we like them to do. The book just shows how routines are helpful, even though kids don't, want to stick to them, and how parents struggle with that and implementing that, and how we all go through that journey together.
Tia, Riley sounds like the typical kid.
Absolutely, she is.
Thank you so much, Tia, for joining us on the show today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, guys, there you have it. For more information about healthy habits, Miss Tia Clark or Riley herself, Riley's Routine, feel free to visit my website, drlenajoseph4.com, and social media pages.